Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Forge tutorial. This is going to be motorcycles brought to you by the RogueSPiDER. So he's basically submitted this a while ago and it slipped my mind to go ahead and cover it. It's a shame because this is just incredible. It's built here on Erosion and it doesn't just cover motorcycles, it covers a whole bunch of other vehicles here. Great aesthetic touches. RogueSPiDER did a great job here, and they're actually not that complicated to build. I mean, they may look intricate, and that's just because he used the pieces to their utmost, but the each individual car and vehicle itself is really not that hard to take apart. You can see here something that looks like the Batmobile, or at least the one in the recent Batman's motorcycles here, and these are all going to be using, in-game items that you'll be able to put on your maps so you can have aesthetic touches. Maybe, the rockets right there you could pick up, so replace them with something else, but otherwise most of the vehicles like this one are going to be, forge only pieces. So there's a lot you can do with this. Maybe it's a machinima, maybe it's just an aesthetic bit for your map, or what have you. There's a lot of uses for this, or just for the aesthetic appeal. It's great to see these, and I love the variety. Now he does use some erosion specific pieces in here, notably the pipes that allow him to make those wheels. That's something that's missing in the other maps, and that's what makes Erosion unique, is the fact that you can pull off these more large and realistic looking vehicles, because otherwise the only way to make the wheels would be use teleporter frames and all of that. But you can just see the level of detail that he has in here. This one, for example, you could get on the inside. It has like an AI pad in the front, and then over on the sides he did in fact choose to include a couple of these weird schmeefs. You get a tall lanky one with that kind of Bioshock looking helmet, and then a smaller one on the side, and then you got some more over here that are doing jump ropes. So, of course we're always happy to see these in the background. But let's go ahead and take a look at the first one, this big treaded tank pipes here, and what he uses for the treads are these cover crenellations put sideways, and I think that looks really great. Then the body of it is going to be a brace large. It has a nice rounded feel, especially when you flip it over. It's pretty useful. Then he's going to use braces for the center, and then a block in the very core of it right there, then another brace to add them another rounded effect. So the braces have a lot of nice pieces, and you're going to end up hiding most of it. Then the front, to make it look heavily armored, he has various cover pieces, and then he uses a barricade in the front, always changing up the texture so it looks nice. And then the main body of what's left is going to be basically the pipes and the crenellations. Then for the tank cannon right here, he has pipes on both sides, and then he has these railings arcing up, and then he has wires connected to it, extraction core at the top, all of this to add a really cool texture and aesthetics. Then he has a small kind of drone plane up here using a corner upgrade barricade piece there, and then various other extraction pieces, so an antenna small there. And then in the front, what he uses is the terminal cases, one to make basically what would be the smaller version of a cockpit, and then two terminal cases to make it more of a triangle or delta shape. Then to be the rocket pods, he has a rocket launcher, and then a saw for the main machine gun, then an antenna large in the back, followed by these upgrade barricade pieces to make sort of the tail section of this small drone plane. And again, it looks nice, it's cheap, it's easy to make. Over here we have three of these smaller bikes. This one uses a landmine, so that might be dangerous. Maybe I would say replace it with a teleporter. Cones up there to do the headlights. Then basically two extraction crates colored red to make the body of this, and then on the bottom you'll see he has more terminal batteries and other pieces, fuel canisters, etc. And I like how he tied this all together and made it all red themed, whereas this one on the other hand is purple themed, using the antenna large here. And then he uses more extraction pieces because of their lighting and their compact shape in order to make the bikes. Now this is a good piece, the extraction cylinder, because it does have a long slender frame that would make an excellent base for these small vehicles that you're putting together. And then you can see he even used the weapons, so the plasma pistols and the gravity hammers, to add extra effects and deck out his bike to even more detail. Again, you can't really use those because players would pick them up, but they do look awesome. Now here is that Tumbler from the Batman movies. It looks cool, so he has the heavily armored bits on the top. Then he has the crates to add more of a bulky and military green feel. Then in the back, the extraction cylinders form the core of it, and it's nice. I like how the rear of that looks. It has like that flaming effect. More crate smalls, and in the front he has an antenna large, turret monitor, and then the fuel canister again. He likes using those, and I think they look great because it's the hint of red amongst all the green that really makes it stand out. Then over here you have this larger sort of, I guess you would say it's something like a downgraded elephant, because it's kind of a mobile platform with players that can fit on the inside, but it looks like it'd be quicker moving. So the bunker box is going to be the main component of it. Then he has blocks to essentially block off the top and the sides. And then he has a ramp here that would be for the entrance and exit, and then on either side what the huge wheels are is going to be these corner pieces that serve to kind of house the wheels, and then he goes ahead and hides the overlapping bits, with the wheels themselves. Struts here are used to make the center body, of course more blocks here, just creating the central area where players can be basically carried. Then he has a strut in the front. Again, these are very useful. The crates, I love them. He uses them to great effect with more extraction crates for the details. You know, cover correlations to give that curving effect, cover pieces to do the sort of the rugged armor, and then yeah, and then he has more pieces here and there. I'm not going to pull all of it apart. I'll let you guys download the map and take a look for yourselves. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check the description below to add your own maps. See you guys out there.